Sorry guys, this is Sarah with Raven's Crochet. Welcome back to the channel. So sorry the video cut out. I just started this second and last round of doing the border. I chained 3. I did 6 double crochets right there to complete a 7 double crochet cluster shell. Single crocheting into this next space, and we're working in all of these spaces in between the clusters. I'm alternating with a single crochet and a cluster of 7 double crochet. Single crochet, 7 double crochet, single crochet, 7 double crochet. I just did my single crochet here, and then I don't chain 1 or anything in between each cluster. I just do my 7 double crochet and single crochets. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, single crochet, 7 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, single crochet. Since I'm in the corner, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go right on over and do 7 more double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, single crochet. I'm going to go back and check that just to make sure I like the corner. Make sure you're okay with this. I'm okay with it. If you want to, you can do a fan of 3 double crochets right here if you want to make the corner more pronounced, but that's optional. I'm okay without it. Now say for instance, if I get up to this next corner, I have a single crochet. I will do a fan of 7 double crochet right here, and I'll keep going around with a single crochet and alternating my 7 double crochet fans. So onward to the next space. 7 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, single crochet, and keep going. This is my favorite way of putting on a border because not only does it still look really nice, it is much quicker and easier to work up. You don't have to do any counting really, except for making sure you've got 7 double crochets in all of these fans. And I'm going to have to go back and check because I'm talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more. Single crochet. And continue with 7 more double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to see where I get up to at this corner so that you guys can see how I improvise, because I actually do that a lot. If I can't follow a pattern, I improvise. I can come up with my own thing, my own technique of doing things, or I go on YouTube and watch a lot of videos. And videos help me so much. Single crochet. Okay, so this corner is getting a fan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, single crochet. So here's how that fan looks like. You've got that little point on the top. Your first corner is going to be flat. Now if you don't like that, feel free to count and make sure you have the fan or the same way in both corners. Or follow Christa's border tutorials. She's got tons on her channel at the Secret Yarnery. I did mention that in my last video. Go to YouTube, the search engine at the top of the screen, type in crochet border the Secret Yarnery. You'll find tons and tons and tons of different borders. She's great at doing stitch counts for borders. I don't do that because math hurts my head. I do the bare minimum of math when it comes to crochet. So doing it this way, I'm going to have a corner looking like this with 2 shells. I'm going to have a corner looking like that with 1 shell. I'm okay with that. These two corners opposite each other will be like this. And then these 2 corners opposite each other will be like this. But all around, once this blanket is laid out, it's being played with. It's for a baby. It's for toddlers growing up until they don't want to play with it anymore. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to last. It's not like this work can't be pulled out and redone, which I still wouldn't even do that because I think anyone's work is beautiful and there are mistakes in everything. And I'm okay with having 2 different corners on opposite directions. So if you're okay with that, keep following. Again, I'm a lazy crocheter, but it's still beautiful. I just don't like doing stitch counts and stitch multiples if I don't have to. So I'm also going to show you how to tie on the little character head. If you crochet a character head, I've never watched anyone else's tutorial before. This is me improvising. Now, in the last tutorial, I showed you how to do the granny square over the hair tie. If you missed that, please go back and watch. It's 2 videos ago at this point, since this last video got cut off. But it's 3 single crochets, 36 single crochets in the hair tie. And you've got a cluster of 3 double crochet stitches together, making each granny cluster. You do your corners, and you slip stitch to join, and then I do 2 rows, and then I'm changing color every 2 rows with this project. This one was a variegated yarn. It came in a little ball just like this. This one's a mouse. And the character I have for this one is, I believe, a lion. And it comes with ribbon ties. I'm going to leave the tags on for the owner. I will leave that on so the owner can read the details of this. And then they can determine if they want to cut these tags off before the baby grows up or whatever. So this is the back side. I always leave this beginning tail here to remind me of where my back side is. So once you do your border, I'm going to let you guys finish the border from here, but you get your border done, and then back here I will, I've got 1 space left here. Whether this is I think with everything so far, it's going to end up a single crochet right here. If I end up doing a single crochet here, and then a fan of 7 stitches here, I'm just going to go ahead and wing it. I'm just going to go ahead and do my fan of 7 double crochets here, and then I will slip stitch. And I'll work my tail in, work my tails in, and get those weaved in and everything. And then I will flip my work over. I need to weave that tail in as well, and put that in my scraps. We are going to take a darning needle. Let me get a better, where's my other darning needles at? Where did they go? Okay, well, I don't know where my other darning needles went, but this one's okay. This will suffice. So I'm going to thread my darning needle here. Now right in the center of this cluster, of this beginning cluster, sorry if you guys aren't in the center. Where's my finger? Okay. I'll make sure you guys can see this. So I've got my needle looped, threaded. Okay, so here's the center of the circle right here. You see where my needle's going through at? I'm going in between the double crochet stitches on opposite sides of that hole. Can you see that? I'm inserting my needle down. So there's the center, very, very center. I'm going just 1/2 inch right over to the right in between those double crochet clusters. I'm going to bring this down and then let go of the ribbon. Once I bring it through. Okay. I'm going to take the other side. This is going to be a gift, by the way. I'm sending this to somebody. And I think it's so, so cute already. Okay, so there's the center. Already went down that side right there. So I'm going in from the center on the opposite side. Just somewhere in between the double crochet clusters. There's 1, 2, 3. I'm going through the center one. Make sure you're not too far from that center hole. Bring that on through. And so you guys can get a final look. I inserted the ribbons on opposite sides of that very center hole. So this character will be tied at the very center top. Just like that. So I'm going to flip it back upside down. And I like to do a double knot here. Wrap around once. Wrap around twice. This knot especially helps if you don't have a third finger to help hold things down. Wrap around twice. And that will tighten it. I'll show you again. Wrap around once. Wrap around twice. Tighten that down. That's all you need. That's all you need. I'm going to do one more just to secure it, but only going to wrap around once. Pulling that super tight without pulling the ribbons. And I'm cutting these off. Done. And that can go in my scrap yarn for stuffing. And so here's the character head on the Lovey. So cute. You've got little patches of fuzziness throughout. So adorable. And this is pretty much what your border will look like when it's complete. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I'm sorry it happened in 3 videos, but this is just an overall basis of how I do my borders. Simple, they're elegant, and they're so quick to do. Don't have to do any counting unless you want to do these nice fans. You could also do 5 double crochet, single crochet, 5 double crochet if you prefer, if you want to. Mama's got something in his eyeball. So anyways, Raven has already fallen asleep next to me on the couch. I had that whole tangled mess of this ecru yarn kind of like all over her, and she just kind of slept right through it. She's like, yeah, Mommy doesn't want me playing with the yarn. Okay, better do what she says because I scared. So she listened. She jumped back up here a few minutes later and decided to curl up and go to sleep. And she didn't even mess with my yarn. Raven is such a good cat. I come home, I don't find yarn strung all over the place anywhere. She's such a good cat. If you have a cat that messes with your yarn, I suggest you might put it up in tote bins or drawers or something. Because even some cats can chew through plastic bags, which I have plastic bags laying all over the place full of yarn within Raven's reaching distance, and she's so great. She doesn't knock over trash cans. She doesn't chew on cables. She doesn't like really get into anything. And I have tons of stuff for her to play with though. But anyways, I hope you guys like this tutorial. Please comment below if you have any suggestions, anything you want me to improve on. This is not my final setup. This is only temporary. I need some kind of more sturdy platform for this camera positioning right here. I do need to get a brighter light. I do know some improvements I need to make, and that's another reason why I won't be buying as much yarn. I am going to place an order with Ice Yarn soon, and I'll be doing a yarn haul in a week or 2 for that. There's also going to be a temperature blanket project coming up. I will talk about more in the next video. So until then, I hope everyone is having a great week, and the weekend's coming up, so I hope everyone has a great weekend coming up too. Mwah. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and bearing with me. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more. I do have a few more tutorials coming and some easy ways to work up multiple yarn strands too. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye-bye.